Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, BNI. I'm Zac Roberts. I'm the product team here for BNI and our global support team. I'm going to be talking today and going through a walkthrough of an education moment that we can have with our chapters. So I challenge all of you to go to your online and hybrid chapters to talk about BNI Online 2.0 and some of the features that we'll be bringing. Today, we're going to focus on the Ask of the Week feature and the one-to-one request feature. So in the current market that we have, if we're talking about a new product, no one just says, hey, iPhone's got a new iPhone out, let's just go buy it, right? They're going to talk about the value that that iPhone brings. They're going to say, hey, the iPhone's got this new camera on it, and it lets you see and count all the teeth in the alligator all the way across the river, right, with it basking in the sun with its mouth open. And you're like, wow, it goes that far, right? It brings that much value. That's so cool. Same thing, like if you're a big sports fan, let's say you're sitting up in the nosebleeds, this new iPhone is going to allow you to zoom all the way in and read the brand of the hockey stick of your favorite player on the ice, right? And so they're like, wow, that's awesome. I need to get one of those so that I can go do those things, right? And so they really sell this value that they're bringing to their product, right? And so we need to do the same thing for BNI Online 2.0, and we need to sort of sell this value to our members, because unless they download it and see it for themselves, they really don't know what's in here. And we can say, hey, it allows you to do a one-to-one request, but our members are going to say, what does that mean, right? And it allows you to view and see and write asks of the weeks for your chapters. And they're going to say, well, I mean, we do that now, right? I write it on a piece of paper. And so the question that we should really be asking our members is, hey, how many of you guys remember the 2 or 3 ask of the weeks from last week, right? Or what about that? Even harder, 2 weeks before that, right? 2 weeks ago, how many of you remember any of the asks of the week? And most of the chapter members are going to not really know any of them, or they're going to be like, oh, I wrote it down. They're going to go rummaging for paper on their desk. There's very few that'll say, yes, I know all of them because I have a great memory and I remember that. So one of the things that we can do to help alleviate that for them is to say, well, what if I told you the BNI Online 2.0 already has a system that tracks that for you to make it really simple, right? And so all you have to do is you come in here to the app, you click on the Ask report, and it brings up the screen. And so from this screen, it lets you see every chapter member for the last 4 weeks, then the ask that they've put in, and it details it down by date and time, and it even shows you the seat that you fill in your chapter. Let me see if I can click that again. Thank you. And so this is the main screen here, right? And then all you have to do is click download, and it shows you the last 4 meetings for your entire chapter. And it's going to bring up a sheet that looks something like this, right? And so it's going to say all of your members' names on the left in bold. It's going to have the seat that they occupy in your chapter right there next to it. And then it shows all of the asks of the week with the dates for those members in your chapter. And so it really brings this great value to you. And let's say if you're a president or a chapter leadership team, you can download this out and send it out at the end of every week with your chapter notes. So you can see all of the members that have contributed to this throughout the week. And then all of the members are also receiving that information from you guys on a weekly basis that says, hey, Truman wanted a wedding planner in Charlotte, North Carolina, in October 31st. I can totally help him with that, right? And so that's one of the key things that we can bring. Another one of the things that we can do is we can show the one-to-one requests. And so in a one-to-one request, if you're anything like me, if you don't write it down or do it immediately, it's never going to get done, right? And so if I'm in my chapter meeting and Pooja's having her presentation, if she says something that really sparks with me and resonates with me, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I could really reach out to her for a one-to-one. If I don't write it down or if I don't do it immediately, I'm never going to get that done, right? We all get busy and things come up. And so what we've done in the app is we've given you the opportunity to click here, you click on members, it pulls up the members, you search for that member, so Pooja's here, and then I click on this box right here to send a one-to-one request, and it pulls all that information up for me automatically. The only thing that I have to do is enter a date and a time here, or if I use like a Calendly link, you can just paste that in here as well and just hit send. And therefore, like within a minute, under a minute, you've sent Pooja a one-to-one request in your chapter meeting right then and there. You get it over with, and you don't have to worry about writing it down or forgetting about it. And you're going to have that one-to-one with that member, right? And so those are just 2 of the key pieces of the many features that BNI Online offers that we can really send and resonate to our members of the value that BNI Online 2.0 brings and creates for them. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a good presentation in your chapters. Thank you.